Good morning everyone, Felix here at Gurney's, and today I'm talking to you about lilacs and pruning your lilacs after flower in spring. And I'm standing by this nice old specimen. It's about 15 years old here, and it has some nice growth on it and some older canes and lots of options for teaching some pruning techniques, how you might want to manage your lilac plant. So we're going to cover some detail there in this video. Alright everyone, so the first item I'd like to point out is the flowering habit of the lilac, and this is of course the old-fashioned lilac, and they flower on last season's growth. If you look closely here, this here is actually where last spring there was a shoot initiation, just like this green one here that's breaking this spring. So last spring and the year prior, this was the shoot growth, and you can see that the flowers, which are all finished now, were actually up at the top tip and the second bud below typically on that last season's shoot. So that's where you get your flowering on your old-fashioned lilac, is on last season's growth, the prior season's growth, which is actually this green shoot here is going to be where next year's flowers are produced. So when you prune, you just need to keep that in mind, and it'll help you a lot in deciding, okay, how do I want to prune it and where do I want all my flowers? So that's a key point about the old-fashioned lilacs. Where do they flower? It's on the tips or just below the tips of the last season's growth. Alright everyone, so here we are with our lilac, and I want to point out the branches that I'm going to take out here. This is a specimen I want to keep large because I have a space that I want to fill out along a fence line, or I have a larger landscape and I want to keep the size large, and all I'm doing is rejuvenating and getting new shoots to come up. And we have a branch here that I'm taking out. It has a little bit of winter damage. The bark color doesn't look quite as healthy. You can compare these two. And so that's going to come out. I'll take out some of these dog-lacking branches here just to allow more light down to the base here, which will stimulate new branch growth, which are going to be the future of this particular lilac. Alright, so for those of you that would like to have all your lilac flowers at about nose level, you can take an older specimen like this, and right now, which is after flowering, which we pointed out, you want to go through here and you can actually just hedge this back like you would a hedge. So you can go through here and take out limbs right in here, so your new shoot production is going to be right about here next spring, and that's where your flowers will be. So you just can go through here and hedge back like that all along here. And for some of these interior, you have a number of shoots that didn't get enough sun last year, you can take those all the way back, clean that up because this tissue is no good, and you'll get initiations here coming off this branch all during the growing season, and those will flower next spring, and that'll give you your flowers where you want them. And you can start doing that every year. You can take it back a little bit, keeping in mind the flowering tendency of the lilac. It's on last season's growth, and that'll allow you to manicure your lilac exactly how you want it, and have a lot of fun, folks.